Okay, so enabling, okay, you guys only read. Enabling, okay, so the target here is 3 words are there. So whenever you want to write about, take from the heading itself, draw a triangle. What you will write at the bottom? Affordable. Here what you will write? Reliable. When both of these two things will be there, then it will lead to sustainable energy. So this is kind of a small value addition. It will improve your answer writing or presentation. Okay. So such kind of things you should try to incorporate. So quickly we'll see certain basic facts. Just you have to mug it up or write it down, or already it will be there. But few things I will ask you and you have to add it. This we are going to discuss the status of energy, but before that tell me a few quick facts. What is the percentage of land or the area which India has when we compare with the total world's land? 2.4%. Water, 4% of fresh water. So these kind of data you have to remember. Population, now 18%. Now 18%. Yeah, 18%. India accounts for 18% of the world population. 16% was 2011 census. Okay. Abhi 18%. Coastline. 7,500. Mainland coastline 6,100. 6,100. Okay. Next comes share of. Okay, I have not written. Within status of energy, 3 data we will write. Share of world's energy usage. How much? What is India's share in world's energy? Yes. Who told that? 6%. Yeah, it is right. Okay, again we are reading same document. 6%. It is India accounts for only 6% of the world's primary energy. Second is with respect to energy poverty. Energy poverty. So this is just a symbolic representation, though I have not scaled it properly. So the India's energy poverty is 53% of our population does not have access to clean cooking fuel in 2017. 53%. When we compare it with world, it was 30% in China and 4% in Brazil. So you need such data for comparison. Energy poverty in India is 53%, while when we compare it with China, then it is 30%. With respect to Brazil, it is. And why we are comparing it with China and Brazil? Because we are BRICS country, we are developing countries, we are developing economies with respect to that. Next, per capita energy consumption. Sorry, 2017. In 2017, 53% of the Indian people were not having accessibility to clean cooking fuel. Okay, so next is per capita energy consumption. India consumes 1/3 of the global average. They have not given the global average. They have compared that India's per capita energy consumption equals to 0.6 tons of oil equivalent. Basically, it is called as TOE. So, in exam, if you write TOE, it will be sufficient. 0.6 T, small t, small o, small e, TOE. What does it mean? Small tons of oil equivalent. So India has consumed 0.6 tons of oil equivalent as compared to global per capita average of 1.8. 1/3, no? So 1.8. 1.8 TOE is global average. India has consumed only 0.6 TOE, tons oil equivalent. Is it clear to you guys? Okay, anybody facing the problem of shining? The board is board shining too much? This side? Actually, we have to use that, but then I can't use the board, right? So maybe in future we'll shift or do something. Okay, so what three data we discussed? Share of world's energy, second, energy poverty, third, per capita energy. So now and only these three things, we have discussed 4-5 more data. Land, water, mainland, coastland, and population. Okay, I build up that those things, then we will discuss energy. So that was a build up for that. Okay, so this is done, status of energy. After this, we should discuss that India is upper middle income country. Okay, how does we decide this upper middle income country, lower middle income country, or higher level income country? PPP or the per capita income. Basically, World Bank categorizes this. This is the classification of the World Bank. So the middle income is from $1,000 to $12,000. Within that also they have categorized from 1,000 to 4,000 it is lower. After 4,000 to 12,000 it is upper. Right. So we are lower middle income country. Okay. China is upper middle income country. Right. Recently, Sri Lanka has become upper middle income country. So what they are saying, in order to become upper middle income country, or to attain the target of USD 5 trillion, India should increase the per capita energy consumption, or India should increase the energy consumption overall. Last year, survey presented one middle income trap or the low convergence stall concept. Do you want me to discuss it? Like middle income trap, they are saying that global financial crisis came in 2007. Post that, the countries who are in middle income level, they have got stuck and they are not able to upgrade their income level. First thing. Why? Because after the crisis, some or the other problem is happening at the international level and everybody is integrated. So the countries are not able to upgrade their income level. So the survey presented one idea, is India facing the problem of late convergence stall? Are we converging with the upper middle income or the growth late? So survey presented that no, the situation at present it is not so. But it might happen if we don't use our human capital, technical capital properly. It might happen if we don't structure our industry or the structural reform of economy will not be done. It might happen that we will be trapped in middle income level only. So that is called middle income trap. Clear? First I told you the classification. I told you what is middle income. Then I told you what is middle income trap presented by that economic survey. And due to trap, the argument was being made that it is possible that we will be in the stage of late stall convergence. Means we will be on the last stall of converging with the world's growth. So survey told that it is not so. At present it is not so. It might happen if we don't do structural changes, we don't increase the investment, we don't increase the industrialization, and above all if we don't follow the virtuous cycle of economic growth. It might possible that we will be in late convergence stall. And one more thing they told that we should also consider the climate change impact on agriculture and different industries or different sectors. So we need to address those problems. We need to consider those realities in order to avoid the late convergence stall or in order to avoid the middle income trap status. If not, it might happen in future. Any confusion? You can ask. I was very fast. You can ask. You got it? Everybody got it? Yeah, so we discussed that middle income. Middle income classification is done by World Bank. Middle income is from $1,000 to $1,000 to $12,000. Within that also there are categories: lower income, upper middle income, lower middle income. This is concept. Now India, post global financial crisis, India and other developing economies, they have been facing the problem of not improving, they are not able to improve their per capita income. GNPI, gross national per capita income, they have not been able to improve it. So it is being said that after that it is 10 years and we have not been able to improve it. So what is the problem? Are we stuck? Are we facing the problem of middle income trap? have been be trapped in that the range of 1,000 of and 12,000. So last year the economic survey did the analysis and they told that no, we are not been trapped, but if they called the word last late convergence stall, simple stall. If we won't be following or doing the structural changes, we won't be considering the climate's impact. Last year there was a proper analysis of climate impact on agriculture. I have not used this thing because of last year. I thought that if I will get time, I will do that. Impact of climate change on farmers' income. This level of data the survey has analyzed. Okay, so they are saying that if we don't do the structural changes of industries, we don't improve the industrialization, we don't follow the virtuous cycle of economy, we don't increase the private investment, it is possible that we will be able to get trapped in this middle income. And for now, the late convergence stall is not there. We are aspiring and we will be achieving that and we will cross that limit. But it is possibilities are there. But for now, we are not there. Okay, clear? Now I need water. So basically why we discuss with this is because so we need to increase the per capita energy consumption in order to become upper middle income country. Okay, in order to become upper middle income country, our population is rising, our demand is rising, and when we will aspire for USD 5 trillion economy, then demand and everything, energy needs will increase. So we need to focus on the energy consumption in order to meet USD 5 trillion and in order to cross that middle income. Okay. So basically this is related to energy, no? So they are building up the role of energy, why it is important. It will come that what has been the emission rate, India is declining, energy efficiency is one topic itself. It increases. Yeah, so when energy consumption is increasing, emission will increase by default. That's why you need to focus on energy efficiency. So they have substantiated that we have been able to, due to these programs, we have been able to check the emission intensity and we have been reducing it, and our programs and our economy is more efficient than earlier. So here we will talk next about Sustainable Development Goals 7. In volume 2 we will discuss about Sustainable Development Goals. You have to tell, you have to revise, you have to learn properly. But here with respect to energy, there is one Sustainable Development Goal number 7 which talks about affordable and clean energy. Okay, and it has been found that HDI, Human Development Index, and per capita energy consumption has very strong correlation. The countries which are having energy consumption of 100 gigajoules, the unit of energy, 100 gigajoule consumption is happening in country A, let's say. So the HDI indicator, the HDI score of that particular country is around 0.8. The scoring is between 0 to 1 of HDI. So they are saying the country which are consuming more energy, their score is more on Human Development Indicator. But with respect to India, the score is 0.6, you can remember, in 2017, and our consumption is hardly 24 gigajoule. Okay, 24 gigajoule, 0.6, on the other side 100 gigajoule and a score of 0.8. Is it clear? The correlation between the energy consumption and Human Development Index. So they are suggesting in order to become the 0.8 HDI score, India should quadruple 4 times. It should increase the energy consumption by 4 times. So this is one analysis they are saying. After this we will discuss about all this was status of energy. Okay. Now we will see energy efficiency. Energy efficiency. What is energy efficiency? You are consuming less energy to produce any particular good, or you are consuming less energy to do any particular work. So when we analyze at the country level, less energy required for the production of goods and services in the country or overall GDP. Okay. So that is energy efficiency. When energy intensity of GDP, energy intensity means unit of energy per unit of energy required for the production of 1 unit of GDP. It can be goods or services, 1 unit of GDP, how much energy you are requiring. So that is energy intensity. So the more the energy intensity is, less is the efficiency. Okay? ये बोल रहे थे ना? You were saying this only? Yeah. So, yeah, indirect relationship. If energy intensity is more, we are more inefficient. So what they are saying, but in the recent years, the energy intensity of India, energy intensity of GDP of India has fallen. It is decreasing. So the data is 0.000004 TOE, same tons equivalent of oil equivalent, it has reduced to 0.0002 TOE. So this is the energy intensity of GDP. So this way they are showing that we are becoming more efficient. Okay, so this data you have to remember only to represent that India is becoming more energy efficient. I know these are very illogical things how to remember, but we cannot do anything. There is no other choice, right? 0.004 in 2017, 1990, and this in 2017. 1990 and 002 in 2017. Okay, so quickly we'll see that now we know that we are becoming more energy efficient country and our energy intensity of GDP is declining. So why it is declining? Now don't start drawing this. This is human psychological tendency, no? As soon as we see something, even I was like that. Not that I was not doing these things. I will tell you how to draw this. When you are going to write, what was this? Steps taken for energy efficiency in India. Okay. So when you will write your answer for steps taken with respect to energy efficiency in India, you better categorize. So sector specific energy efficiency program. You better take the broader categories: industries, housing, building, lighting and appliances, agriculture, municipality. So you take these broad categories first. If you are drawing, then otherwise I should continue. Take the broad categories, then take this category. Large industry, only one scheme, PAT, perform, achieve, trade, we will talk. MSME, take only BE SME program. With respect to lighting and appliances, take Ujjwala or standard, anyone. So your purpose is, with respect to every industry or every sector, you have to write only one thing, not comprehensive thing. And that you should remember only those things which you can replicate. BE star rating everywhere you can see and you can replicate it rather than writing BESL. Is it fine? Can you correlate? Okay. So write industry, under that large industry and MSME. Under large industry only PAT. Okay. So if you are drawing, otherwise it is given in notes. I will tell you briefly. Perform, achieve and trade. And yes, before that, sorry, I forgot it. Before that, when you are discussing or when you will write that what steps have been taken in India with respect to energy efficiency, you will mention Energy Conservation Act 2003. 2003. Now I am also in doubt. Sorry, 2001. I am sorry. 2001 Energy Conservation Act came. And which is the body which is looking after this energy conservation? BEE. Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Okay. So you will mention about one act, you will mention about one regulator, then you will mention about the steps taken. Making sense? So then when you will mention about sector specific, you will categorize 2-3 things and you will mention just one schemes. You will not mug up and reproduce everything. Large industry, what is PAT? Perform, achieve and trade. Basically it is a part of, that is fine. Which scheme? Yeah, National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency, NMEEE. Okay, under that what happens? Perform, achieve and trade. One company is given a target. You reduce your energy intensity, you improve your energy efficiency. If you perform that and if you have achieved excess energy efficiency, basically you are mandated, you are given a target. So if you cross that target and if you achieve more, then you have performed and you have achieved. Whatever excess than target you have achieved, that you can trade. For trading, you will get one energy saving certificate. Basically, it is called ES-CERT. C-E-R-T. ES-CERT. So you will get one certificate that you can trade with those companies or those countries which have not been able to fulfill their mandated target. So that is PAT. Yes, same thing. Carbon trading. It is a concept of carbon trading. With respect to BSE SME, you just remember this, that in MSME like brick industries or food processing industries, they are given certain targets to reduce energy efficiency program. SME means small and medium scale enterprises. They are given certain targets to reduce the efficiency program, and BE continuously monitors it. Then Ujwala, everybody knows what is the thing. Then BE star rating, appliances will be, it is nowadays with respect to building also. With respect to appliances also, you can write the star rating. Agriculture, pumping, which program? Push. नहीं, आजकल building के लिए भी आ रहा है. Star rating for building has also come up. Green building भी है, star rating भी. चलो, you guys remember green building concept with respect to building. Okay, whatever confusion, eliminate it. नहीं confusion है कुछ तो eliminate कर देना, tension नहीं लेना. हाँ, क्या? Pumping, yeah, Kusum. Solar pumps, Kusum. Street lighting, we know. This model is being copied and not copied. India has been invited to develop a street lighting in UK, Malaysia and many other places. Okay, so that is a kind of, you can say, success of Indian policy or Indian example. Okay, quickly. So one more data is there. Should I tell you guys or not? Like they have discussed what is the impact of resource efficiency program. Whatever resource efficiency program, first we saw the status. It is declining and we are improving on the resource efficiency. Then we saw the wait, you guys are focusing here only. I am shouting like anything. So what I was telling. We saw the resource efficiency. We saw the efficiency, energy efficiency status. Then we saw what steps have been taken with respect to law, with respect to a body and with respect to sector specific steps. They are saying what have been the result of this. We should know the result of this. So they have given one data. Should I tell? It is there in the material sheet. Okay. So they are telling that we have been able to, we should not tell. Okay, they are telling that we should, they are telling that we have been able to reduce greenhouse gases on one side and we have been able to save on the cost saving has been done. So BEE, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, the body has done one study and they have found on the level of cost saving, we have been able to save rupees 53,000 crore approximately with respect to cost saving due to energy efficiency programs. We have been able to save rupees 53,000 crore in 2017 and 18. And with respect to reduction of greenhouse gases, we have been able to reduce 108 million tons of CO2 emission. 108 million tons of CO2 emission. Again, due to this PAT, Ujwala, star rating and all. So, two data, reduction of greenhouse gases and cost saving. Two data we have. Now, quickly jump to this. Here, you need not to draw any flow chart, you need not to draw any pie chart. Just remember broadly in decreasing order. First, thermal is highest, so remember in decreasing order. What is the percentage? 64. Second is your 22%. Which is that 22%? Next is your 12%. Next is your 2%. I have given a round figure. There is no need to remember the figures exactly. 1.9% you will remember it today, but you will forget it tomorrow. So remember broadly and in decreasing order. Thermal 64, hydroelectric 22%. Don't remember the megawatt also. Megawatt, whenever it is required, we will remember. Okay, so thermal is 64%. This renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources, and within renewable energy, solar, wind, biomass, that is another category. We'll see later. Renewable energy sources 22%, and 12% is your hydro, and 2% is your nuclear. This is very important, which you need to use again and again in your answers. So this is one data, and yeah, one very analysis will come here. Now we have seen the data, okay. We will analyze the things that nowadays the demand is increasing with respect to renewable energy, right? And we are trying to cut down at this. So we will analyze the comparison aspect. This is cheap, polluting versus clean. Cheap versus initial cost is very high, okay, because we are going for renewable energy. So we will analyze three things here and three things here. So when we analyze coal versus renewable energy, thermal power, basically they are driven by coal also and other things, but we are analyzing coal versus renewable energy. So when we analyze coal is cheap. The source of energy, what they are producing and they are supplying, it is stable. Source is stable. Next, they are polluting. These are the features of the coal industries. They are cheap, they are stable. No doubt they are stable. Renewable energy sources are not stable. So sunlight is there in the daytime but not in the night time. Winds are not regular. Tidal energy is not regular. So that is intermittent, not regular, disruptive. But here they are regular, stable, and this is cheap comparatively, that is costly. This is stable but that is intermittent. This is polluting but that is clean. So these are three features. Now question comes, what we should go for? We are 64% dependent on this, 22% hardly. That is at nascent stage, it is developing. What we should do? So basically both are complementary in nature, both are interdependent in nature. This provides stability to the grid. This provides, let's say in remote areas you can you can be dependent on this. But for stability and regular supply we need complementary interlinkages of both. Coal industry provides stable energy. But there, what is the problem? It is not regular, so storage issue comes into picture. What is the status of battery? Then battery industry, all such backward and forward linkages are required. Okay, so this is a simple analysis which we should know, that before going or before discarding the thermal energy, we should go for full capacity utilization of lifetime. There would, let's say if we are installing one thermal power plant, its life will be of 100 years or 1200, too much, 100 years or 70 years or 80 years. So first utilize the lifetime cycle or life cycle of that particular industry, then only shift or then only discard it. Otherwise what will happen, if you start discarding it, the projects in this field will become, yesterday I was forgetting one word, that was stranded. Stranded projects lead to rising NPA. Okay, standard means stagnant or stuck. So due to, if you stop this, what will happen? If you discard this, standard projects will increase, the NPAs of banking will increase, and if NPAs will increase, investment will decline, and we will start following the vicious cycle. Okay, so what they are saying, first utilize the life cycle of this particular industry or particular plant, then only shift, or along with that don't discard it first. Keep increasing the capacity, but utilize the full life cycle of this, and both are complementary in nature for now with respect to India. So we have developed that argument of renewable and this. Now let's shift to the potential of renewable energy. Okay, I'm sorry, this is 8 o'clock, so what should I do? This chapter, or should I finish the agriculture also? No. Okay, let's finish this one. It is hardly. Why am today also? No, leave it. Share. We'll discuss the share. Share of renewable energy is excluding this hydro and all. You need not to remember that. But since they present data, so they have told that excluding the hydro above 25 megawatt. Why above 25 megawatt? Recently, one national hydro policy has come where some amendment has done. What is that policy? Large hydroelectricity have been included under the category of renewable energy. Earlier they were not included. Only small hydroelectric power plants were considered as renewable, and small means the limit was 25 megawatt. So they are saying, when they would have collected the data, they are saying that excluding the hydro above 25 megawatt, the total generation was around 10% in 2018 and 19. Share of renewable energy was only 10% in 18 and 19. But when we compare it with 14 and 15, it was 6%. So they are saying it has increased. So if you want to remember the comparison, it is fine. Otherwise, I personally feel you should not remember the comparison. Just remember the contribution of renewable energy is 10% in 14 and 15. Total generation of energy we are talking, okay? Total generation of energy was around 10% in the year. Second is world ranking. With world ranking, we need to know this is world ranking 5th, 4th, 3rd. This is with respect to total renewable energy. This is with respect to solar. One is with respect to wind. I will just check. One is wind, one is solar. So this is with respect to solar. This is with respect to wind. This is with respect to overall renewable energy. So in world ranking, India stands at 5th rank when we compare with respect to solar energy, and with respect to wind we are at 4th level, and with respect to overall renewable energy we are standing at 3rd rank. So this is with respect to world ranking. Installed capacity is the next. Even if you skip this writing, no, then you can find it the same material in the notes. So don't worry even if you skip this. But yeah, I understand revision and all is the problem. Installed capacity. They are saying the installed capacity was 35 gigawatt in 2014, and it has almost doubled in 2019, reaching 75 gigawatt. 35 gigawatt to 75 gigawatt. It has doubled in 5 years. So it is all Modi ji's projection. 175 gigawatt is the target in under INDC targets. Okay, under that 100 gigawatt is of solar, 60 gigawatt solar. Yeah, 100 only. Yeah, 100. Okay, so the target has doubled, and the target was 175. Okay. Reducing tariff, they are saying that it has been reducing. Initial cost, we were talking that initial cost was very high, but they are saying that tariff is now reducing. How they have presented the data that tariff is reducing is that in 2010 it was rupees 18 per kilowatt hour. The unit of power is per kilowatt hour. It was rupees 18 per unit, but in 2000 they have not given. 2018 it has reduced to just rupees 2.4. Rupees 2.4. It has reduced from 18 rupees to 2.4. So the tariff is reducing. Okay, that's it. Hydro potential, reducing tariff. Hydro potential, they are saying that within renewable energy, now I told you within renewable energy we have hydro, wind, solar, biomass. So just note down those 4 data. Renewable energy, Within renewable energy, hydro is 145 gigawatt. Why? Because now they have merged the new hydro policy. They have merged that. So 145 gigawatt is your hydro. Wind is 35 gigawatt and solar is lesser than wind. It is hardly 30 gigawatt and biomass is somewhere 10 to 12 gigawatt. So what is the number? 145, 35, 30, 10 to 12. Hydro, wind, solar, biomass. Okay. So for all these things, there is one project, Green Energy Corridor, with the collaboration of Germany. We have been implementing it since 2008. What is the target of Green Energy Corridor project? Okay, sorry, I don't have time to say. Green Energy Corridor, what is the target? That whatever energy is being generated from this renewable energy sources, it should be shifted to the normal grid, or the grid which is being the national grid. It should be merged with the national grid. So the project is still going on. Okay. Next, Kusum. Kusum has already come, so we know that what is the purpose of Kusum? Solar energy, and to increase the pump and all, and basically de-dieselization of farms. De-dieselization. Okay, forget it. Electric vehicles. Next is electric vehicles. I will give you a few statistics, global example, and efforts needed. So, why I gave that data? India is contributing to 18% of the total population in the world. That is second highest population in the world. Our area is not in respect of percentage. Our area is around how many in terms of kilometer square? So it is basically 3.3 million kilometer square. Okay. When we have this much wide area and this second largest population, they are saying due to this, just imagine the transportation, how much it will contribute to global to emissions. So when the population is high, area is more, and we need transportation facilities, our transportation sector is second highest emitter after agriculture, I guess. No, sorry, industrial sector. In India, transport sector is second largest emitter of CO2 after industry. Okay, so they are saying, they are presenting one argument with the help of these data. Second most populous country with 3.3 million kilometer square area. We need huge transportation. When we need huge transportation, and already transportation is second largest emitter of CO2 after industry, we need electric vehicles. So all arguments are being made to present the electric vehicle. So these arguments you have to write as a point why we need electric vehicles policy. Then you will write all these arguments. Okay. So they are saying within the transportation sector also, this road transport only contributes 90%. So just imagine what role the electric vehicle can play. Yeah, same. Road transport itself is contributing 90% of the emission. So just imagine the level, population, area, transportation, within transportation also road. So these arguments are built up for electric vehicle. Now we'll see the electric vehicle percentage. In electric vehicle, they are saying what all we brought with respect to electric vehicle. FAME is there. Then this electric vehicle plan 2020 is there. Under electric vehicle plan 2020 only FAME is there. So basically we are trying to improve the electric vehicle contribution. So they are saying in 2019, as per the NITI's data, NITI Aayog analysis, the two-wheeler cars were I need water, I guess. But how fancy, no, two-wheeler car? What happened, Mala? Two-wheeler car. Good. Now I started imagining myself. So two-wheelers were more than electric cars. Two-wheelers are somewhere around 50,000. Don't write it. I'm just telling you. If we want to present or you want to understand it, just understand our two-wheelers in electric vehicles are more than our cars. Now, when we are analyzing car, here we will analyze the data with respect to India and with respect to other. So in India, electric cars are hardly 0.6%. 0.06, not 6 also, 0.06. Okay, and in China it is 2%. The electric cars are 2% of the total electric vehicles, and in Norway it is 39%. Okay, so we presented one argument why electric vehicle, then we saw the status of electric vehicle. In that also we saw the status of two-wheeler and the status of car. When we saw the status of car, we compared it with the national level and neighbor and international level, Norway and all. When we are talking about Norway or Netherlands, what did I say? Norway. When we are talking about Norway, then we will see Norway as a global example that what are they doing to promote electric vehicle. So they are incentivizing and they are at the same disincentivizing. Basically, we saw on the policy spectrum, what was the policy spectrum? Laissez-faire, then nudge, then incentives, then mandate. So under incentive, we spoke that certain incentives and incentives, energy intensity is decreasing or increasing. Mine. So incentives are being provided. So under this Norway has highest electric cars. Electric cars are very highest in the world. It is highest in Norway only. So they are providing VAT. VAT has been, they have given relaxation on VAT. If you go on electric vehicle on toll plazas, you will not be charged anything. Parking is free there for electric vehicles. Okay. And import duties are also free. So such kind of incentives are being provided in order to promote the electric vehicles. This is the global example of Norway. What efforts are needed? Efforts are needed like this: availability, time taking for charging, battery and information. Availability, first of all, there when we talk about availability, what we will write? Availability of what? Chargers. Availability of chargers are required in order to promote the electric vehicles. If we buy today, if we don't have chargers, what the hell we will do? We will keep it as a showpiece, as a model that we have electric vehicle. Tell me the electric vehicle which you saw usually on this road. Reva, very good, very cute, no? I feel like gifting it to my niece, my niece or nephew. Okay, so what we discussed, availability of charger is more important than time taking for charging. We need fast charger in order, not only availability, we need fast charger. So there is a comparison that fast charger take half an hour to charge the vehicle, but at the same time the slow charger take 8 hours to charge. Okay, so that comparison you can make, that time taking for charging is important. Okay, and when you are talking about availability, you can write that there is another data that in 1 hour or if the charging is full, the vehicles can run this much kilometer and all. That much is not required. How much data you will remember? So why I was making that argument, on the highways, the charging point should be at every regular intervals. Let's say 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, the charging point should be there. Otherwise, there is no meaning. Or if you go on a Yamuna Express highway and if you reach from Delhi to Agra and you don't get any charging point, why you will go? You will not go. So the charging point are required, but they are required at regular intervals. Next, what we discussed, time taking for charging. Half an hour for high fast charger, 8 hours for slow chargers. Then they are saying when that's why we need uniform or universal charging standards. It should not be like some companies producing something and we are producing something. Information. With respect to information, again the role of technology. The information of public chargers should be displayed to the people. There should be tagging of those, geo-tagging of those products. Online maps should be shown where the chargers are present and where the chargers are not present. Okay. So provide the information. Information is necessary. Battery. They are saying that the storage capacity in India or the battery market is not very mature. Now we want to make it mature. What we should do? We should go for such battery which are suitable for our condition. Temperature, high temperature condition, tropical condition. They should be suitable for us. It should not be designed for the Norway-like situation where the outside atmosphere is cold, right? There you can survive. But here the battery start beep, 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 beep. Inverter batteries. Okay, so this was it. So finally the battery life should be more considering the tropical conditions or the environmental conditions of India, as well as whatever the future conditions will be in future due to the climate change. So कौन मिला क्या? Okay, after one more. Okay. After this analysis, Niti is saying that if we go for this, if we want to achieve this electric vehicle penetration, so they are saying, leave it, I will not tell this. They are saying that if we go for 80% of two-wheelers, 70% of commercial cars, then we will be able to save this much of CO2, this much of greenhouse. Not required, because we have one data on electric efficiency. We have one data on global house. Why we need Niti? So quickly we will go for revision. Energy. What all? First we saw the status. World share 6%. Energy poverty. Now be quick. Per capita. One third of the global average. Even if you forget that 0.18 and 0.6, you just remember 1/3 of the global average. That will be fine. Okay. What was that? Energy efficiency. Impact. What is that on the term? Status. What was the status of energy efficiency? Yeah. So here one data was there. So basically, energy intensity of India is decreasing, energy efficiency is increasing. Then next is impact. Impact we saw with respect to global house gas emission reduction and cost saving. Cost saving, and we saw that, right? Tell me the data. Yes, 108 million tons of CO2 emission has been reduced. Okay. Next is steps taken for energy efficiency. No. Before that, I told you first go for law, then go for body, then go for steps taken at the sector level. Okay. Don't directly jump to the map slide. Energy Conservation Act 2001. Then BEE, whatever body regulator is there. Then they are managing all the schemes at different industry level. Within industry also, you should remember one example of each industry. Industry, building, lighting and appliances, agriculture. Okay. Next is potential of renewable energy. We saw a lot of data with respect to status of renewable energy. Within renewable energy, what is the division, and what all we saw? Pie chart contribution. Then we compared the renewable energy with the coal sector. What should be done? Then we saw the ranking of all with respect to renewable energy, wind energy and solar energy. Okay, enough. Then share of different sector we saw. What was the share of 64, 22, 12 and 2? 64, 22, 12, 2. Very good. I somehow feel after this revision, I feel very proud. Not of myself, of you guys. Okay, wait, let me say I am proud of you all. Okay, electric efforts. Electric vehicles. Status. Two-wheelers are more than cars, and with respect to car, China, Norway. From Norway you will shift to China 2, Norway 39. From Norway you will shift to global example. Global example, what Norway was doing? Toll free, free parking, and what all incentives you just write it. Okay. Then efforts needed. Availability, battery life, time taken for charging. Very good. Why don't you guys are charged like this during whole class? Whenever I say something, you should shout, no, this is this. Okay. So basically, I planned for one more chapter, but what to do? Leave it. Should we gather tomorrow at 4:30? How many don't want 4:30? Raise hands. 1, 2. Which class? CSAT. Okay. How many of you don't want to come at 4:30? Please again raise hand. So the decision can be taken on majority versus minority. Majority wins. Okay. Because today I lost half an hour. So please don't mind, and material will be provided. Though the chapter is important, if you can make it, it will be very good. So my target is that. Oh, wait. Do you want or don't want? Okay. Huh? Ajay, please, please. Get up, stand up, please. No, no. Say louder. Come. Let them listen. No, no. Read the question.
I was just reading question.
Hey, you read for all.
What do you give the give some data? Energy efficiency, energy intensity versus uh, then I will give the data about energy intensity is directly indirectly proportional to energy efficiency, and India is on the path of energy efficiency. Then will steps taken for energy efficiency, that thing, Energy Conservation Act, BEE, and then all the that chart thing. Then renewable energy. In that case, we can give something. Energy efficiency. Greenhouse gases and cost saving.
Ma'am, please. Please, please. Take the honor.
Discuss the status of affordable, reliable and sustainable energy in India. The triangle, you write the triangle and then give the stats how India with affordable. Thermal and
Renewable.
The next question.
Electric vehicles could be a tool for sustainable transportation. Discuss the efforts taken and efforts needed for EVs in India. First, we'll discuss what are EVs. Efforts taken. It is given in question only. Could be a two sustainable transportation. So you said that India shares 2% of the world's land, 18% of population. So we need, and secondly, the transportation sector is second highest in emissions after industry. Road is 90%. So it is more sustainable for increasing transportation, the quality and then discuss the efforts taken.
I'm discriminating with the backbenchers. I know it is wastage of time, but I want to include you all. Yeah, who will raise hand? Otherwise, I will choose. They have started looking at camera and all. Okay, you take the lead. You take the lead.
Discuss the efforts taken and efforts needed for EVs in India. We can write about the FAME scheme. Discuss the efforts taken and efforts needed for EVs in India. Then for efforts taken, charging infrastructure with information, then we can write time and battery capacity. So SDG 7 we can write